What's up, guys? This your boy Raheem from Raheem Gaming, and today, guys, we're going to be going over the top 5 mistakes to avoid in Rise of Kingdoms. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you hit that notification bell to be part of that notification gang, and let's get into it. So basically, I'm gonna start here because if you're a new person coming to Rise of Kingdom, returning player, or anything like that, even if you're in mid game, and probably if you're in end game and you do not know this, number one I'm going to start with is do not use legendary sculptures on commanders you can get out of the gold chest. Commanders you can get out of the gold chest are like Cao Cao, Charles Martel, Mulan, El Cid, so on. If you don't know where the gold chest is at, this is the gold chest right here. You can also see by going to the rewards list up in the top right hand corner what commanders do come all in that gold chest. So you got like Julius Caesar, Frederick, you have Cao Cao, Charles Martel, El Cid, Cleopatra, so on, as you guys can see here. Even Mulan's down in there. So if you're gonna be using any one of those commanders, just wait until you get all their sculptures out of the gold chest. Do not use your legendary sculptures in those to those commanders, because once you use those legendary sculptures to max that commander out and expertise that commander, you cannot get those legendary gold sculptures back. And just to let you guys know, you're gonna be able to max. You're gonna be able to expertise that commander out anyways, because as you progress through the game, you're gonna be getting so many gold keys that you're just gonna be able to get them out of the gold chest anyways. So just wait on it, guys. The next thing which leads me into the next thing that I want to go over, is that do not main one troop type. So basically there's 4 different troop types, which are infantry, cavalry, archers, and siege. What you want to do is you want to make, especially at the beginning of the game, you're going to have a march of every troop type. And you want to bring those out to the open field. So you want to bring a march of cavalry, a march of infantry, and a march of archers. Siege, you're going to be mostly using for farming. So don't really worry about the siege in the open field. Keep making the siege. Use them for gathering resources. That's what you're going to be using siege for. But the infantry, cavalry, and archers, you're going to be using a march out in the open field for each one of those guys. And you basically, especially in an end game, want to use something like how I'm using 2 infantry, 2 cavalry, and an archer march. Those are the type of marches you want to bring out to the open field. You don't want to run out there with all a march, 5 marches of infantry, or 5 marches of cavalry, or 5 marches of archery. You do not want to do that. That's a very bad idea, because you're missing out on so many other good commanders when you do that. Which leads me into the next thing, guys. Do not halfway invest into commanders. Basically what I mean by that, or should I say half-ass commanders, when you're going to level up their skills. Basically what you want to do, which I have some of the guides out for certain commanders or pairings with certain commanders, but what you want to do is get the commander skills up to a certain point to where you can use them out in the open field. For instance, when it comes to ZL and Hermann Prime, which I'm going to use those 2 for instance, you're going to want to get ZL to 5511. That's when you can bring him out into the open field. When you're going to invest in him, invest into him like that. Do not be like, I'm just going to get his skill to 5 and then that's it. I'll leave him and come back to him later, maybe in a year or so. That was just a waste of sculptures right there, when you could have just used those sculptures on the person you're actually going to use. Do not try to sprinkle legendary sculptures here and there on certain ones and then just feel like, okay, well, I'll come back to them later. No. use the legendary sculptures on commanders you are going to be pairing to bring out to the open field. That's what you want to do. ZL 5511, Hermann Prime 5551. That's what you want to do with those two, and then you want to run ZL primary, Hermann Prime secondary. That is the top pairing for archers right now out in the open field. Those two right there. That's just an example, guys. But if you want to know more about investing into commanders, you could check my page out on you could check my channel out. I have some of the commanders on there, but I'm going to be working on some more. All right, guys, so this fourth mistake is a mistake that anybody can make, and it's not starting a farm account as soon as possible. The reason why that is because no matter if you're a Kraken, a whale, a big spender, a free-to-play player, a low spender, no matter whatever you want to be called, you can always benefit from a farm account. I have my farmers out, and then you want to make sure, if you can, I think I have some on. Yeah, if you can, you want to make sure that your farmers are gathering on the resources, as you guys can see here. On the resources on the territory, because you'll see owner, and then on the owner you'll see whoever owns the territory, and you want to make sure you're farming on the territory. Reason why is because, all right, so here we are, guys. So when you're gathering on the resources on the territory, as you guys can see, alliance resources coming from resource points within alliance territory. So you're contributing to this right here, which helps you go out to build certain things. You know what I'm saying? You could also send out resources from your farm accounts to your main accounts, which is very important because you will be exhausting resources while you're out there in KVK. As you guys can see here, I already have gathered over 8 billion resources, and the resources assist, I sent out 5 billion. The last thing that I will definitely want to touch on, which is a really big thing as well, is basically having a plan for making legendary gear. Now, the reason why I say that is because when you go to legendary gear pieces, when you go to wanting to break them down, as you can see here, you're only going to get half of what you put into there. So you'll only get 20 of these, 5 of that, and 5 of that. Now, if you were to forge one of those, you'll see that it takes 40, 10, and 10. So as you can see there, we're going to get 20, 5, and 5 of the stone, and then everything else that you're going to get back. But you also lose out on that blueprint, or should I say pattern, that you were going to have when dismantling it. So basically, you want to have a plan when you're going in here. I already have a guide out on that. When you look at my especially for infantry main, if you look at my infantry guide, you'll see that I have what you want to make for infantry. But as you guys can see here, if you don't have a plan and you end up creating one of these helmets that you do not need at that time, like for infantry, or if you make a chest piece or something, you're just gonna have to hold on to it, because it's definitely gonna be a waste for you to pretty much break that down, unless you're willing to just bite the bullet and just break it down and then have to save up more materials to remake what you actually need. And if you guys want me to make a guide on what you should make for cavalry, infantry, and archers, what would be good on them, let me know in the comment section and I'll get right up on it. But as you guys can see here, guys, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys found anything useful out this video, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and you hit that notification button to be part of that notification gang. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.